Hey mom, what's for dinner? What are we eating tonight? Hey mom, 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 mom. If you're anything like me, you may feel like a lunch lady this summer. I feel like we've been eating nonstop, and I thought it would be fun to just share with you a quick video of the different things we've been eating throughout the week. A lot of things are becoming ripe and ready from our garden, so that's been really exciting. We've been doing some grilling, and sometimes we're just putting together leftovers in a new fun way. You know how it goes. I enjoy watching these videos from other young families to see what they're eating, just to spur those easy weeknight meals. So I hope that you'll find some inspiration in this, but I would love it if you would leave in the comment section what you guys have been eating, how you're using your garden fresh vegetables. Let me know in the comments below. We can all share our inspiration there. And without further ado, here's what we've been eating. All right, well, let's start with Sunday night. So most of the time we try to spend our evenings on the back porch, especially on the weekend. So we're gonna grill out tonight, but I started by chopping some French fries and getting them in some ice cold water to soak. Homemade French fries are always such a treat and remind me of my grandma for some reason. Then I also got together some hamburger patties. We always have fresh ground beef in the freezer. We're very blessed because we live on a cattle farm, so we always have meat at the ready. And I used something we call Bill's seasoning, which cracks me up because it's some recipe that our family has started using. No one knows who Bill is, but Bill had some mean seasoning. So if you want this recipe, I do have it on my blog, and I'd be happy to share it with you. I'll link it down below. But I also like to use those wax papers when I'm making my patties for the grill because then nothing sticks together and it's really easy to get them to come off for the grill. And our neighbors are amazing around here too, and they left us some fresh sweet corn on the back porch, and I know my kids absolutely love fresh sweet corn, so I went ahead and gave it a good shuck, and then I boiled it for about 10 minutes. I feel like that's the easiest way to get the fresh corn together. I know there's some more fun grilling ways. Let me know what your favorite way to have corn on the cob is in the summer, because I would love some fresh ideas, but that just always seems to be my go-to for an easy meal. All right, so here is the finished homemade fries, grilled burgers, and corn. Such a fun summer treat for the back porch. And of course, you have to top it off with some garden fresh lettuce and tomatoes. I don't know about you guys, but there is something about a garden tomato that is so much better than anything you can get in the store. And those fries, oh my gosh. This meal and my little family together on the back porch with the sound of the garden sprinklers in the background is the perfect way to end the weekend. All right, for Monday and Tuesday, I'm laughing at myself because I can't find footage from Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure it's because my husband went on a work trip and I was a single mom, and then time just flies and, you know, everything falls apart. So we must have eaten the same thing twice. I'm pretty sure that's what we did, so that's where we're going with this. But I had a whole bunch of chicken breasts. I marinated it in 2 different ways. On the first one, I'm doing kind of a Mexican theme, so I have that chili lime seasoning from Trader Joe's, but of course you could use whatever taco seasoning type things you have. I also added in some avocado oil and lime so that I could have a little bit of the fat and a little bit of acidity in there. And then I ended up throwing in some cilantro to finish that one off. And if I was a very prepared person, I probably would have marinated this a little longer, but I think I only had maybe an hour before I started the grill when I did this. So I finished that one, and then the second one, I was going for more of a savory honey mustard type feel because I knew that's what my kids would really enjoy. So I did a little bit of olive oil, and you wouldn't have to necessarily do the oils. I did this week, but sometimes I completely omit that from any kind of marinade. I did apple cider vinegar, and then I have found the most amazing little sauce called Sticky Pig. It's like a mustard sauce, and so I added that as a marinade, which is kind of an easy thing to do, an easy cheat. If you have a sauce that you like or a salad dressing, try to use that as a marinade and save yourself a lot of time. But if you wanted to try something like this, it's like a sweet honey mustard, but with a little bit of an extra spice added to it. So you could do some garlic, some black pepper, and kind of have yourself the same thing, but so good. Oops, wait a minute, forgot to do the cilantro in the first one, so let's add that in real quick. I love to just add a little handful of fresh cilantro to my marinades. I feel like that always helps add a little extra flavor before it hits the grill. All right, now that dinner is mostly done, I can go do the chores and then start the grill. So I completely, again, am working with 3 kids by myself, so I did not get any video of the process, but I grilled this, obviously, chopped it all up, and stored it in food prep containers. My kids really enjoyed the mustard sauce with the honey mustard flavor, and then I kept the taco flavor for another night. All right, so tonight's one of those nights that I feel like we got chores done really late. Dan came home from traveling this week, and we're just gonna have leftovers. So we've got leftover chicken breast, and we've got leftover taco meat, and then I went ahead and just threw some potatoes in the microwave because the boys wanted baked potatoes at the very last minute. So we might have loaded baked potatoes with the protein on top, some cheese, homemade ranch, good stuff. Anyway, that's what we're having tonight. If you're a busy mom like me, my biggest tip is to always have proteins prepped and ready to go, and everything else can kind of work itself out. All right, guys, it's Thursday night. I'm always exhausted on Thursday nights. It's always a big work day for my husband and I, and tomorrow's not gonna be any different, but I need to put dinner on the table. And so I'm just gonna spruce up our leftover tacos. We have some leftover taco beef and chicken. So I am going to take a cabbage that my mother-in-law gave me from her garden and spruce it up with some lime and cilantro and make a yummy, like, Mexican coleslaw basically to go on top of some tacos for tonight. So let's do it. All right, I was too lazy to clean the food processor, so you're gonna see me try to attempt to make this as thin as possible. But you'll see little black specks a lot of times on your cabbage that you get from the garden, and you always think, gosh, I've washed this 100 times, why does it still look dirty? But it turns out that it's actually called a pepper spot. There's actually probably a more technical name for it, but it is safe to eat. It just has a negative effect on the appearance of cabbage, so you don't see it often in stores. But anyway, little Google knowledge there for you. I added together some seasonings with Greek yogurt, lime, and cilantro, and then I tasted it, of course, to my liking, and added it to this to make a coleslaw with the cabbage. You could add a little honey, which I did not do, but I really am regretting it because that's always a nice little touch. But or you can add sugar depending on your diet. You can also add that to it, but it makes for a yummy little topping for tacos, no matter how you're eating them. And as it often goes in the summer, on the night where you are so exhausted, you will find a whole lot of produce from your garden waiting to be processed. So we had blackberries, cucumbers, and a whole bunch of eggs that I really need to wash and get in the fridge because they're kind of nasty. So lots of things going on in the garden, but I'm so thankful to have such a yummy, fresh dinner. I went ahead and sauteed up some onions and peppers too because that is always good on taco night, and we just had quite the spread. Pick your meat, pick your toppings. The kids love it. It's a great way for everybody to get what they want, and no one has time to argue or complain about what's for dinner when it's taco night. It's always a winner. So that's my plate of mostly coleslaw and then the proteins and all the yummy things on top mixed all together and eaten on the back porch with a sliver of sunshine and a margarita and my favorite people on this planet. All right, Friday night I got home really late from work, so it was mostly just my husband and I eating since my kids mooched off grandma earlier in the day, which I'm so thankful for. Oh my gosh. I bought this French loaf on sale a while back and stuck it in the freezer, so homemade pizza it was with the leftover sauteed onions and peppers. I had mozzarella, but apparently it went bad, so I had to improvise with some provolone and American cheese. You do what you do on Friday night. It was delicious. All right, Saturday evening, our 2 oldest boys went to play at a birthday party, so it was just my husband and I and the little one, and we decided we would have grilled bacon for BLTs. So I threw together a cucumber and onion salad. You can Google this. I'll try to link the recipe I used below, but it's really easy with vinegar, a little bit of sugar, and some seasonings, and throw it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. And then again, we had the BLTs to go with it. So the most classic, all-American, small farm meal you could possibly get right here. Just good. Just go with it. Add some cottage cheese. You'll thank me later. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope that you found a little bit of easy weeknight meal inspiration, but definitely let me know what you guys have been eating in the comments below, or if you have any recipes you think I should try. I always love a good recipe thread. So drop those in the comments below. I do have some recipes too on my website at rustichoney.com. If you want to check those out, that would be awesome. I'll chat with you down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye.